What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Caden, Cantina Talk. We're back with episode 10 of Comic Talk with Mr. Nick and Carter, as always. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's up?
Well, we got the Thunderbolts, and we have yet to talk about it.
We're gonna do a little spoiler warning before we get into it, or did Marvel spoil it already?
Marvel technically spoiled it. Like they did not give anyone time, dude.
Yeah, they gave it 1 weekend. I would expect them to at least give it a full week before they just drop the title.
They're like 3 days, dude, max. We're spoiling it.
Honestly, I think Downey screwed it up, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I think they would have
He put it in his caption, right? Or like
the hashtag. I remember seeing that, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even see his post. I saw that like they were like together filming Doomsday, but I didn't read his caption.
Yeah, he
put. I didn't read his caption because that was before I saw the movie.
Yeah, he put hashtag the new Avengers in there and then changed it later on.
That's funny.
And then like a day later is when they dropped the announcement.
That is funny.
Damn.
But Carter, Nick and I have already talked a little bit, but what did you think of the Thunderbolts?
I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was such a good return to form for Marvel. Because this felt like they filmed this movie 10 years ago and just now put it out. You know
like I mean? They've been waiting to release this. Like it's been sitting on a shelf for 10 years. Like they've had this ready to go.
Yeah, because this did not really feel like quality wise what they have been doing post Endgame. Like this had the quality, the special effects, the story, everything. It was that same quality from the Infinity Saga. So I thought like it was just a great return to form for Marvel. And you didn't need all these cameos. You didn't need a bunch of fan service. There were like a few things that like I noticed of like, oh, I see what they did there. But like they didn't like, it wasn't a nudge, wink, wink situation. It was very subtle. It's there if you know it. And I also feel like this is a great movie for someone who really hasn't really been keeping up with Marvel. Like I feel like you can watch this movie and like not have to see all the other 30 other Marvel movies to kind of know what's going on. I feel like this movie is really good at holding the viewer's hand, but not like holding the viewer's hand like all the way through, but holding it enough to be like, this is where we're at in the story. Okay, I'm going to let you go now. You know what I mean?
It felt very self-contained. Like it takes place in a day and a half.
Yeah.
Like it felt very contained and it felt like back to the roots.
Yeah.
I mean, this felt more like the Winter Soldier than Brave New World, which everyone was trying to say. It was like, oh, this is going to be the Winter Soldier all over again.
I don't know why they didn't advertise this movie to be the next Winter Soldier. They've been doing that for every dang spy movie or show they come out with. They're like, oh, this is the best thing since the Winter Soldier. And then it's not. But like, this is probably like, you should probably be advertising this to be the best thing since Winter Soldier. Because this was like right there was the quality of what it's not Winter Soldier. I'm not saying that as good as Winter Soldier, but quality wise, it's like right there with Winter Soldier.
And honestly, I enjoyed just the practicality of it. Like it felt real. I feel like they're actually on location. It did not feel like No Way Home blue screen city. Like it's one of the few times where I'm like, damn, I can't see it. I can't tell if this is shot on location or if it was on a sound stage.
Yeah. Like they're going through the desert. That felt like they were on location.
Yeah.
It could have been on a sound stage. It could have been shot on a sound stage, and it could have been shot very well to make it look like they're on location. But when they're walking through that kind of like open desert area, that felt like they were right there.
Well, I can tell you for sure 100% that they were. That was the whole Utah stuff was all practical. They were filming, which was great. And Marvel needs to do more of that. They need to go back to shooting on location.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the characters were just the best part of the whole movie. I feel, taking the like D list characters and then making them the upfront people. I felt like it was such a good way they did it.
Yeah, dude, Taskmaster being the leader of the Thunderbolts, it was great, dude.
That was such a big twist.
Huge twist, yeah. What did you guys think of that?
I saw it coming. I was like,
I feel like everyone saw it coming. Like, if you were really paying attention to the marketing, the trailers, and all that, you're just like, yeah, it's something up with the whole Taskmaster thing. Because like, look at the poster behind us, right? Look at Taskmaster. You see that pose Taskmaster's in? That's the pose she's in. Every single poster, she's in the same 2 poses.
Yeah,
dude, they were like, nah, that doesn't count. That's concept art.
Well, she was supposed to have a bigger role in it. I heard.
Yeah,
and then
they like there's that, and there's something like John Walker was supposed to be the villain.
Yeah,
like
John Walker was supposed to be the villain, which is
like
crazy.
a Hulk-ish.
like they were basically doing the plot for Brave New World with John Walker, and they're like, oh well, maybe we shouldn't do that if we're doing it twice in like the same year.
I don't think they should have done that to be like in general. That just all sounded like fan fiction stuff. I'm being honest.
I gotta say, like Walker felt like the biggest upgrade than what he was.
Yeah, no, he felt juiced. I would say, like, honestly, like that whole like original draft sounds like the Hulk episode of What If season 3.
Yeah,
like with Hulk turning into Godzilla, pretty much. Like that's what that seems like.
What a callback there. Yeah,
I skipped What If season 3. I stopped.
I finished it in a day and wasn't too enthused about it.
Never gonna do that again. I'm not doing those daily watch parties for that. That was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
The Raise Records. To be honest, I enjoyed Brave New World more than Thunderbolts. Wasn't bad though. Hey, we all got our likes and dislikes.
I think my biggest complaint for the movie. I have 2 complaints. One's not really a complaint. I have to be that guy. I don't think it lived up to what people said. But not saying it was bad in any way. I just don't think it's the best since Endgame, me personally. I mean, I obviously No Way Home, Deadpool, Wolverine. Those are my, since Endgame, those are my top ones. But it's definitely up there. So
I would say Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is better.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but it's
I put Guardians.
Top 5. It's top 5 for sure.
I would say that this and like Shang-Chi are like neck and neck for me.
Yeah, true. And then my other complaint was I wanted more Bucky. But
stop sidelining Bucky, dude.
yeah. I would love to see his own like project, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you already know John would be ecstatic for that.
yeah. And then, I was like, we're going through all these characters is like their trauma. We go through Yelena's, we go through everybody's trauma. We didn't really see Bucky's trauma in it. And I said it's my friend.
Like we've seen his trauma.
We've seen his trauma already.
Like Falcon the Winter Soldier. That like the entire thing was that.
Yeah, we've seen his trauma. We don't.
It's like Anakin. I want more, but I know I shouldn't. You know what I mean?
I love the part. This might be a little spoilerish, but when they all go through the motions of reliving their trauma, we don't really see everyone's trauma. But when they cut to Bucky and they're like, "Oh no, I've had a great life." No.
Yeah.
It was amazing, man.
We're not getting into that.
I mean, I'm glad that they also didn't do that though, because like same thing with Ava. Like, what are you gonna do? Rehash the events from Ant-Man 2?
Yeah,
it's like
also, like on the topic of Ava, way better character in this movie.
Awesome.
I loved her way more.
Way better character.
Well, yeah, awesome. Everybody.
Yeah.
Obviously the standouts, Sentry and Yelena.
Oh. 100%.
Yeah. I would say honestly, I'm gonna say Red Guardian is more of a standout to me than Sentry.
Really? Red Guardian was so funny, bro. I loved his enthusiasm the whole movie.
It
felt like me, like being in the Avengers.
I was gonna say,
I'm hyped up.
Lexi is literally all of us, like us, like diehard fans. Like that's how he is how we all feel inside.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Spirit animal.
Yeah, Louis Pullman, he did a great job as Sentry, as the Void, as everything, as Bob. He did a great job at I guess all 3 of those roles pretty much. You know?
Mm.
I do. We all know the one scene, the Sentry just going ham against the Thunderbolts.
You think he was holding back?
Oh, 1,000% he was holding.
Yeah.
He was like you said, he's like they're not a threat. Why would I be like? He wasn't trying to kill any of them. He was just trying to immobilize them.
I just wonder what they do with him next.
He threw Red Guardian out the window and then brought him back in.
Yeah,
he was definitely holding back.
Like he could have just dropped him there.
Yeah.
Or
he pushed him even further.
Look what he did with Val too. Like he could have done a million things to Val. He just joked her out a little bit. Like, I don't know. I just feel like there's worse things that he could have done in that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wonder what they do next with him. Like how he fits into Doomsday and everything now.
I feel like he has to be like the Secret Wars version of Molecule Man. Like, just because of how powerful he is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude.
I would say he would have to be sidelined in some way. Like, whatever happens, whatever way they could do it to just sideline him for the whole movie. You know? I don't know.
I've been saying much stuff saying that, like, oh, Carol Danvers can beat him, Thor can beat him. I feel like out of all of the Avengers from Infinity War and Endgame, Sentry can defeat all of them. Just based off of like what transpired in Avengers Tower, I'm just like, oh, what are any of the other people they're gonna do? In all honesty, nothing was working.
I love Thor. I don't know if I could say it. Like, I don't know if I could bring myself to think that.
I just could see him using Stormbreaker and having no effect.
Yeah, definitely. He even says it too. You know, you said I'm powerful than all the Avengers, and the Avengers have a god. You know.
So does that make me God? Why would a God have to answer to anyone?
It's true. I like that he was smart enough to be like, I don't really have to answer that. I don't have to answer
He
this
went the whole boat of Prometheus.
Yeah.
On him.
Yeah, absolutely. What did you guys think of the after credit scene? Let's talk about the first after credit scene.
Oh man, I need that Wheaties box.
I need that Wheaties box. They were selling it. They were selling just the box.
Yeah, for $20 for cardboard. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
I would consider it. I'm not gonna lie.
When I saw the price, I was like, you know, if it was 10, I probably would have pulled the trigger, but not 20.
Yeah. That was funny.
No, dude.
But then we got the other one.
That dude.
Honestly, I wish he kept the mustache.
Yeah.
From the first like mid-credit scene, I wish he kept that mustache.
Yeah.
I feel like it just would have looked fucking hilarious on him in like Doomsday.
Now the rumor is that they filmed the second after credit scene recently.
That's not a rumor.
It's not a rumor.
That's
the director
confirmed. That's what the director said. When did they finish? When did they do the first after credit scene? You know, because he's lost some weight in that.
I mean, probably in the off season, I'd assume.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that post credit scene was filmed 3 weeks ago on the Doomsday set by the Russo brothers during costume fittings.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's why Sebastian's hair looks really like it looks a lot like a wig.
Yeah, it does.
It's bald.
It does. Yeah.
I went with one of my coworkers, and he goes, what did they do to his hair? So I was like, they filmed this like 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah, it did look.
He goes, but that doesn't help the wig part.
Yeah. What'd you think of the suits? Everybody's suits.
Winter Soldier's comic accurate suit, loved it.
Yeah.
A Walker with the beret was the funniest shit, and was like, okay,
I'm not gonna taco shield, yo.
Yeah, why is he keep?
I'm surprised they didn't have like Alexi on one side and like Bucky on the other side and like bend it back.
They said they have three super soldiers on the team pretty much, and nobody's gonna flip it back.
That's pretty much his new team. Is like 3 Captain Americas.
Yeah.
And a Black Widow agent.
And a Black Widow.
And then the God. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was so funny though. I was like, the fact that no one tried to help him bend it back, they just left it.
Yo, what if it's a choice?
Yo, do you think the Thing is gonna do it?
Wow, that's a good one. I was like, why would the Thing do it? But then he's literally in the.
Yeah, well, do you think the Thing would do it?
That'd be cool.
Just like a simple little.
Because Sentry obviously can't, because if he does, he'll turn back into the Void.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he meets them and he's like, "What's wrong with your shield?" And then he just does it quickly.
Yeah.
It's just like a passing thing. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That'd be sweet. That'd be like a little fun meet between the two teams.
I would just love to see him like throw it at him, and it like from it being bent, like the aerodynamics are all off. So like he throws it one spot and he goes to the right, and then Ben's just like, I don't know. I can just see like the banter already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so we got not fully confirmed. Take everything with a grain of salt unless you hear from Marvel themselves. But we got a huge update for the casting for Doomsday. Did you guys get a chance to take a look at it?
Oh hell yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and list off all the names, and we'll talk about it. Okay, so we got Captain Marvel, Kate Bishop Hawkeye, War Machine, Nebula, Clint Barton Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, Okoye, Valkyrie, OB, Photon, Adam Warlock, Ironheart, America Chavez, Sylvie, She-Hulk, Wonder Man, Cassie Lang, B-15, Binary, Jean Grey, Storm, Phyla from Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 3, Mobius, Star-Lord, Nick Fury, Clea, Doctor Strange, Peggy Carter, and Steve Rogers. But no Spider-Man, Wasp, White Vision, Scarlet Witch, Moon Knight, Scarlet Scarab, Daredevil, or Punisher, and lastly, no Kraglin. What in the hell?
Yeah.
This is it's gonna be stacked. Like, we're gonna have teams upon teams.
Dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna have like some characters that have a minute of screen time.
Not even, but it's the same thing with Infinity War and Endgame. Like, most of the characters had less than 3 to 2.5 minutes of screen time, and it never felt like they were, like, everyone felt like they had enough time, at least to me anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like Doomsday's cast is getting better and better. But obviously, some people are left off.
Yeah, I mean,
That's interesting.
I also feel like, to your point of everyone felt like they had enough time in like Infinity War. I feel like that's a credit to the Russos because I feel like they're really good at balancing characters. But like this is a very tall task. Like this is bigger than the Infinity War cast and a bigger set of characters to really play with. Because now we're throwing in OG X-Men. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I have the Infinity War one up here right now for times, and like when you start getting down to it, like it's kind of crazy because you feel like these characters have way much more time. Which we have Thanos at 29 minutes, Gamora at 19 and a half, Iron Man at 18, Thor at 14:30, Doctor Strange at 11:30, Star-Lord at 10:15, Vision at 9:45, Scarlet Witch at 9, Hulk 8:45, Spider-Man at 7:30, Captain America 6:45, Rocket 6, Black Widow 5, Drax 4:45, Mantis 4:45, Ebony Maw 4 minutes, Proxima Midnight 3:45, Cull Obsidian 3:45, Orvis Glaive 3:30, Black Panther 3:30, Groot 2 or just Groot 3:15, Nebula 3:15, Okoye 3:15, Loki 3:15, War Machine 3 minutes, Eitri 2:45, Wong 2:45, Sam Wilson Falcon 2:15, White Wolf Bucky Barnes 2 minutes, Pepper Potts 1:30, The Stonekeeper 1:30, Shuri 1, Baku 1, Ross 1, Nick Fury 1, Maria Hill 45, Heimdall 45, The Collector 45, and Ned Leeds at 15 seconds. But like, I don't know. I heard Nick say it a couple times. Like, wow, some of those like some of them had a lot.
More again, 19 minutes.
I mean, the entire
Guardian
inside of it is all told through Gamora's point of view.
Yeah, that's true. That's crazy. I didn't think that.
Yeah, it's crazy. When I saw that too, I'm like, wait, what? Gamora had that much screen time? She had the second most over Iron Man.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
that was Infinity War.
Yeah,
obviously. Okay, yeah, because Endgame would be. Some of these characters have 1 minute each.
Not even. Like Ned Leeds over here at 15 seconds.
Yeah. It's just a bus scene, pretty much.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, and then he's off.
Yeah. Damn. I'm shocked that like Bucky only had 2 minutes.
Yeah,
but I think you can't really remember him that much in the movie, honestly.
I could say obviously all Bucky's parts right now. I think honestly, just because of how like small they were.
Well, no, yeah, like give me the arm part. How much for the arm?
When they first get to Wakanda, Bucky greets him.
Yeah.
Then yeah, like
the end.
Yeah, pretty much. Steve. Yeah, and then the fall. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know how you can bring back the OG X-Men and not bring back like these characters. I mean, we have Famke Jensen, Jean Grey, Halle Berry, Storm, like Yeah, I don't know. They need to be there.
Yeah.
I'm just interested to see like where Wonder Man's gonna fit in this.
Oh yeah, that's still coming out, ain't it?
Yeah, and we got Ironheart in a month. And I have no clue where she's gonna fit in either.
Yeah, it's
Dude, we
crazy.
haven't even gotten like a legit trailer
No.
or anything.
No,
It comes out in a month. Dude, that's how you know like Marvel doesn't have Disney or Marvel doesn't have faith in a project.
There's a
when
tax
they-
write-off.
Yeah.
so it felt with Love and Thunder too. They waited so long.
That's how you know, dude. They have no faith.
This was shot 4 years ago too.
What's that? Oh, Ironheart?
Yeah, Ironheart's been sitting on a shelf for a year and a half.
Oh my god.
So
Didn't know that.
yeah, it was supposed to come out back in 2023, but
Holy dude.
you know, shit happens.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while.
They definitely don't have faith in this project.
That's why I think they're just gonna be silent for all of June, and then July, boom, Fantastic Four, Superman, Jurassic World,
Yeah.
and then 2 weeks later there's gonna be convention, and we're gonna get Doomsday stuff.
Absolutely.
We're probably gonna get our first look at Doomsday in 2 weeks later.
That's true. True.
It'll
Well,
be a
they're
year since Downey.
They're still like writing the script for it, as they're going at this point.
Actors are on set and they don't have a script yet. So
What do you think of that?
it makes sense because they're not going to give them the script until the day before. One, because of leaks. But two, because they're trying to make sure everything fits in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. I have faith in them just based off of what the Russos have been able to do since the first Captain America movie with Marcus McFeely.
Right.
Well, it's like that after credit scene with the Thunderbolts. It seems like they already kind of, with that after credit scene, they kind of have the idea of where it's at least starting, I would say, right?
Yeah, and honestly, that after credit scene felt entirely different from the rest of the movie. Like it already had a different feel just from how it was shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it was from the same team. And it wasn't.
Yeah. It felt like a classic Marvel, get ready type of thing,
Like, it reminded me of the Thor Ragnarok post-credit scene, which the Russo brothers also filmed.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yep.
They filmed that.
Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know. Well, Fantastic Four is the last movie before Doomsday.
Yeah, and they were reusing the Fantastic Four set for Doomsday.
Oh my god, it is.
There's shows. Wonder Man. I don't even know what other shows are coming up.
We got we have Marvel Zombies. We have the Eyes of Wakanda. We have, I think that's it. But we have the new Avengers logo as well.
That's pretty nice. I like it.
Let's see if this is any better. Yeah, we have the new Avengers logo.
There it is, dude. I love it.
I love it being in all their suits too.
I love it. That did get spoiled for me. The new suits, but I didn't notice the logo because the image was blurry. But I saw there was a leak of Bucky's wearing his suit, but he was turned in a certain way that the logo wasn't there. So I was like, oh shit, Bucky gets a new suit, and it looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, I luckily did not get any that part spoiled. I didn't get anything spoiled, and to be honest, this movie didn't have a single cameo in it, and it didn't need it.
And that's what I was saying at the beginning,
Bucky's new suit right here.
This was a great Marvel movie that didn't need any of that. It didn't need to rely on nostalgia, fan service, even though there were some small things of hey, if the part where Red Guardian just fucking flipped Yelena, that was fucking Cap and Natasha with the fucking shield. That's the first thing I thought of, but not everyone's gonna fucking make that connection like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, or if they do, it's gonna be on Twitter, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, look at them, Cap!" They have no creative insight. They just copied the same thing that happened 12 years prior. That's what the response is gonna be.
What I noticed immediately in the theater is when Bucky drops the knife and catches it against Sentry. I fucking loved it.
Yeah,
I looking around. I was like, "Yo, anybody see that?"
It's those small things that people like us will catch it, but not the normal person is going to catch it, and that's what works in this movie. Like it works so well. It gets OG fans like, oh shit, they did the thing, but like other fans are like, oh, it's just a cool thing.
Scene, yeah.
It's like, nah, dude, you don't understand the complexity of what that was.
You don't understand what you just watched. Yeah, 'cause there was a guy that was sitting like a couple rows, not like a couple rows, but like a couple seats down from me and my wife, and he was like laughing pretty loudly and like talking kind of loudly in the movie. But like when Bucky did that flip, he was like, "Oh my god, they did the flip! They did the flip!" And then my wife was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "He did the knife flip," and she's like, "Oh, I wish I didn't miss it." It's just like it was so subtle, but so like it was just like, yeah, it was cool.
Dude, there was one part in the movie, and I don't get like super like audible in theaters, but when Red Guardian saved that little girl,
I was just gonna
like,
say that,
smiling at him, and then she just fucking boom, gone. I went,
that was crazy.
I mean, it was like, shit.
I went, oh.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that being a possibility, honestly.
Dude, that happened. I was like, holy shit, bro. Gone.
My wife and I were holding hands.
That girl go through. Holy fuck.
I feel like it would be some shit out of the new mutants, like the nightmare stuff with like the fear bear.
Yeah.
Like that's like, I don't know. Like when that happened, my wife and I were holding hands, and I felt her like jump and like grab my I knew that she was not expecting that, and I wasn't expecting it either. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was dope.
And him ripping up the pillow cushion, like in the room.
Yeah, I loved her the speech when she calls everybody losers. I love that scene.
Yeah.
That was like,
I love when Ghost was like, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Point Bourbon.
Yeah, I love
Dude,
that.
Yelena just roasting the shit out of Walker.
Yeah, Walker was getting. There was also. Did you hear that thing about that Taskmaster, who when she was originally supposed to be in the movie for obviously longer than what she was,
Yeah,
she would keep forgetting that her and John are on the same side, so she would constantly try to kill, like every so often try to kill him.
Yeah,
and then they would have to bring her back, like, oh, I'm all right. That would be pretty funny.
That low-key probably would have gotten old real fast, though.
that's kind of what I was thinking too. I was like, it would be funny, but I feel like after like the fourth time, it'd be like, all right, come the fuck on.
Yeah. Well, they would have to limit it in some way, like can't
Well,
be every 2 minutes.
And it also doesn't really make too much sense to me because of like how she was cured from the Red Room stuff.
Yeah.
In Black Widow, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I also personally don't like that Sam and Bucky are kind of beefing right now.
Dude, I don't either. It's like
That
hurt.
beef
Like,
came
the
out of
last
nowhere, dude.
Yeah.
the last line that Bucky said to Sam in Brave New World was "Love you, man," and then he left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that beef came out of nowhere.
And 14 months later, it's freaking.
What the fuck happened?
He's trying to copyright me.
He went down there and ate all the gumbo. That's what happened. I don't know. It doesn't make me feel good knowing that like Sam and Bucky are on opposite sides. That's why I kind of think that like we're gonna have Sam Wilson's Avengers, and then we're gonna have the new Avengers with Bucky.
And we're gonna have the Fantastic Four, and we're gonna have the X-Men.
Yeah, we're gonna have the champions, aka Young Avengers. We're gonna have
champions. We're gonna have like 12
new Guardians
teams. Fuck.
the Commons too. It's gonna be good.
Who even is Sam Wilson's Avengers now?
I don't want to spoil too much from my video, but I can give some. So I'm gonna say for Sam Wilson's Avengers, we have Captain Marvel, Nick Fury, War Machine, Clint Barton, Hawkeye. We have Falcon, very possibly also being Ant-Man and Shang-Chi. But I'm gonna say that they're gonna be on the West Coast Avengers along with Wonder Man.
Yeah,
and She-Hulk could also be on the West Coast Avengers, but she also could be with the Hulks.
There's so many like split divisions.
But there's that. I mean, I feel like it was mostly going to be like a Hulk team because there is that. I don't know if they're going to do it that concept art of like the Hulk village or whatever. That would be fucking dope.
They set it up in She-Hulk like
with Scar.
That'd be fucking sick.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the Hulk are going to be their own division, 100%. Throw in Thaddeus, maybe. I don't know. He's probably going to stay in the raft, but.
Nah, I think after the events of Doomsday, I think he'll be out of the raft.
You
By
think?
the time we get to Secret Wars, I think the Hulk Society is going to be like a huge thing. Literally.
Yeah,
dude.
no. You're right. That makes sense. I'm more confused where the fuck Steve and Peggy are gonna fit in, because he can fit in so many different areas. Hydra Cap, Old Man Cap.
Oh, he's
a different Cap.
100%
Well, there was that.
He's
You know,
100% Cap.
that leak going on with the what was the comic writer's name? I'm talking about that.
It was Claremont.
Claremont.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, I did not. I tried
right,
not to read or
Yeah,
watch
we won't,
anything
yeah.
that dude said.
Same
I
thing with
love
with
Chris
Peggy, though.
Claremont. I
Yeah.
love Chris Claremont. Dude, keep your mouth shut, dude. I do not
Yeah,
want
I won't say
anything
shit.
spoiled.
But like same thing with Peggy. It could be Agent Carter, it could be Captain Carter, it could be Peggy Carter, it could be
Captain Carter.
any of those
What
other
if-
variants that we saw in What If.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many different ways they could go and where they're gonna fit.
Dude, it's Captain Carter, and I'm gonna walk out the theater.
Yeah, she's
The
gonna
She-Hulk
have
actress ain't coming back after getting dragged. They'll come back for that Marvel cash. You
did
just
shit on them for a
just
little bit.
trust.
She did go at them a little bit after that.
Yeah, but Scarlett Johansson also sued them, and they still like
She worked on this movie, right? Scarlett Johansson.
that. I don't know.
I thought
I know
I
she
thought
was the producer on Black Widow, but I don't know about this movie.
it was Thunderbolts too. I thought I saw that.
Look it up.
Yeah, look that up.
Give it a goog. Give it a goog.
She is one of the executive producers on it. You are correct. Damn, I didn't even.
Yeah, I feel like I saw that on Twitter. I didn't even know until like after. I was like, yeah, Scarlett Johansson did a good job. I was like, what are you talking about? Did we watch the same movie?
I was like, wait, she was in it?
Yeah.
What did you see that I didn't see?
Yeah.
I'm more interested to see this TVA side of things, to be honest with you, with B-15, Sylvie, OB, Mobius, and Loki. Like Doom has to be going for God of Stories Loki's power, right?
Yes.
That like for him to become God Emperor Doom.
Hear me out, dude. What if? So we've talked about this. About we want to see Doom rip Thanos' skeleton out.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if he does it to Loki?
Oh my god, I was just thinking that like the other day with Infinity War starting off with Loki dying. Like, what if Doomsday did the same shit?
Yeah. What if Doom
would they do that
has
again?
enough power to go after Loki and kills Loki in that way, and then takes all of his power?
Yeah.
My only thing would be like, really, again, we're killing Loki at the beginning of the movie again.
Dude,
Like,
it's a Russo brothers trademark.
that's fair. That's fair.
Honestly, it could be Thor. Honestly,
But no, I don't think so, because of the Thor core for Civil War, Secret Wars.
yeah,
That's
but
a huge part of it.
maybe like the sixth
Give
one,
me Beta Ray Bill.
or even just a variant that he just kills off of Thor. Something like that.
I don't know. I would rather, honestly, it still stay Thanos. Have it be Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet for all I care. Like, make it.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
I wonder where this Doom is coming from, though. Like, how bad is his world? Like, is it under his rule? Is it like what they're doing in the comics now, like one world under Doom? Is it like he is ruling everything, and then he's like, he gets to a point where he pretty much is like Ultron from What If. He's like, oh shit, I see the Watcher now. Like, he's to that level.
That'd be crazy.
Like, oh, I see everything now.
Give me a sec.
I was
gonna say, like, the weird thing is like that's totally plausible too.
yeah.
Like, my main thought, honestly, is that they might retcon Doom's backstory a little bit, 'cause that Downey's writing his own backstory for Doom. And my thought was like, this Doom could still come from the Fantastic Four's universe, but he blames them for not stopping Galactus, and that's how his mother dies, is from that incursion. And he blames the Fantastic Four for that, and somehow he gets out of there, but Doom is going after our Fantastic Four, and he's trying to track them down and kill them, and because he blames them for his mother's death.
Okay. All right.
Just because I don't know how they're gonna do the whole huge backstory to Doom, especially from the books of Doom. I don't know how they would make that work.
Okay. All right. There is a leaked trailer for Ironheart. We were talking about Ironheart a little bit. I don't know. Did y'all see this leaked trailer at all?
Is it talking about that one person?
He's coming, dude. He's fucking coming, dude. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Dude, yeah.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
He's fucking coming, dude.
Yeah.
After all these goddamn years, dude, he's coming.
I mean, great success. It's gonna be nice.
Dude.
That's honestly. You remember when we asked John? He's like, I fell down. Like he couldn't even say who he was doubling or like what he was doing. Like it has to, I don't know. I feel like it has to be something with that, especially with all the shit Agatha mentioning.
So that's how you could probably tie Doom's mom into it a little bit through that particular person that's showing up in Ironheart.
And that makes sense too with the leak for Dominic Thor and Ironheart being in Doomsday.
Yes. Damn, dude, should we watch Ironheart?
I might have to, dude. Damn.
Are we going to have watch parties for Ironheart? Fuck.
Yeah.
I hope it's good. I don't want to be let down again. Especially since we're starting to go like this. I don't want it to.
Like if we all keep our expectations to the 4, we'll be all right.
You gotta go up from there, right?
Expect disappointment, you'll never be disappointed. MJ said it best.
Just, dude, keep it to the 4. You know, don't expect nothing crazy, even though that one person's showing up.
Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it on my screen.
I know. I only saw it on the phone. And I was like, oh my God.
After the Lobo stuff, dude, I don't trust anybody. Like, after that, she came out as being AI.
That's a really good point, dude. AI is an insane thing right now.
Yeah, I'm not trusting nobody with shit.
My dad
until I see it.
I think my dad got tricked with AI because he messaged me and he went, "Is Dr. Doom and Thanos in the post-credit scene of Thunderbolts?" And I was like, "No, but you're kind of close. I mean, sorta." But no, he goes,
Some of the AI stuff is pretty
and I'm
crazy.
like, it was probably AI because AI's going nuts nowadays.
Sometimes you see the AI stuff and you're like, oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whenever I think of that, I immediately just go to like the Secret Invasion intro, and I'm like, we went there. That was AI could be a legal defense.
I love that name. What's your
100 subs?
One short.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, that's honestly, yeah. Like, I don't know. I don't know. When people start getting tricked with that Doom AI, like with the long white hair, I was just like, oh, this it's starting. Like we're gonna start getting like the fake set photos again, like with Cyclops.
It used to be Photoshop, but now it's AI.
Together in Photoshop with generative fill or generative. I can't even speak. Yeah. So, where do you think this is going to leave us off with Fantastic Four then?
I think that after credit scene was the end of Fantastic Four.
And it kind of, I mean, I feel like we all knew where Fantastic Four was going to end when they told us, hey, this is not the mainline Fantastic. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's a different universe. So we all kind of knew where it was going to end, but now kind of seeing it through an end credit scene, it's like, you spoiled the movie. I mean, they already spoiled the movie. Like
they put it in the trailer. I mean,
they already spoiled the movie. Like, you know, with the Doomsday casting, but I mean, I don't know, kind of seeing it on the screen, I'm just kind of like, I mean, you kind of spoiled the end of the Fantastic Four movie. I mean, that's fine, but it's like, I'm so excited to see Fantastic Four.
That's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, it only aided my excitement for it.
It doesn't hinder my excitement at all, but it's kind of like, all right.
I'm like, thank you for confirming that trailer shot. Now I know it wasn't a dream sequence.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't a vision.
I feel like I can't say anything. I feel like I heard some things. That's why I can't say anything.
Oh, dude, say it. I don't care.
Speak.
You want me to? I can say it. I heard that that they kind of reshot a lot of things, and that's not the ending anymore.
Sausages, dude. I mean,
I don't know. I'm hoping it is the ending that like they lose, but
yeah,
I mean,
they're gonna lose.
They're gonna get wiped.
I don't know. Did the Fantastic Four trailer play for y'all before your showing? So the part where they're all suited up again as astronauts, that's got to be the end of the movie where they ask Reed Richards, "Are we safe?" And he goes, "I don't know."
You think that's the end?
No, there's no shot because there has to be. Because no, like
that is my favorite scene in the trailer.
She's pregnant right before that when they're walking. Like she has the baby. She just had given birth. She has the baby in her arms, and that has to be at the beginning of the movie because the baby's gonna be born during the movie.
That's gotta be the end of the movie.
I feel like "We will protect you" is the end, and then but they can't protect him because Reed says like we're out of time. Like I think he's gonna lie to them and give them hope that they will be able to protect them, but Reed doesn't even know if they can.
They're setting it up so perfectly for them to lose. Everybody loves the Fantastic Four. People dressing up as them, and then they're done. Yeah. But I loved. That's my favorite part of the scene when he goes, "I don't know." When they ask, "Are we safe?"
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be close to the end of the movie where they shoot their rocket up again to space to fight Galactus, but then they lose obviously, but then find an escape hole, a wormhole in space, and now they feel guilty because they let their whole universe and their whole world die, and they got away.
You're probably honestly right because it would make more sense too with like they go up and we're talking about that shot of like the planet being destroyed.
Right.
They could go up and see that and then come back down. Because I mean, I think about like the firestorm where like all of the debris and meteor showers are coming into the city. That could be like part of that shot of the world being destroyed. So that makes sense too because they couldn't even wait to have Franklin being born until towards the end.
Right. I feel like Franklin's going to be born during the movie.
Yeah.
At some point, I feel like there's going to be small time jumps. He's going to be born during the movie. Dude, it could be a thing where
he said the thing.
Yeah, he said the thing. It could be a thing where Franklin's powers is starting to reveal themselves. And that's probably why they also take him up into space. Because why the fuck are you taking a baby up to space? You know what I mean? And plus, their astronaut suits look completely different than the first time they went up. Obviously, because they have the Fantastic Four patch on the side.
Yeah.
But that's where my mind is going. Is like, oh, that shit where Mr. Fantastic is like, I don't know. That line, if you know anything about Mr. Fantastic, that line is like, oh shit. You're fucked.
If Reed doesn't know, you're fucked.
You're cooked, dude. You're done.
And from that very first trailer that we got that wasn't even released online, we have the shot of them all walking while being superpowered already towards the ship together.
Right.
And Ben is, I think that you're right. They're gonna go up multiple times.
At the end of the movie. Pop this comment up about Harry Osborn real quick.
You're a fraud, Spider-Man.
Right, dude. Sony is destroying the character Spider-Man because where is he, dude?
You want fraud wars?
Where is Spider-Man, bro? Dude.
Yeah, he was abroad for the last 10 years.
Give Marvel Spider-Man back because what happened in Daredevil Born Again, Spider-Man doesn't show up. It's just like, okay, I can kind of forgive you. Not much though, but I can kind of forgive you. But, like,
just a little bit.
The whole city in New York, like, just goes to a void, and Spider-Man, just like, where is he, dude? Where is Spider-Man? I don't know.
I feel like Brand New Day is going to have to address this, and from what I'm reading, I feel like they're gonna pretty much do it just from Brand New Day. Like, Peter was Spider-Man. He was trying to be Spider-Man, but he couldn't. Like, he stopped being Spider-Man for a while, and that would also make perfect sense for why, like, right now.
I like his recent comment as well. He forgot the part where that's his problem.
He's gonna rub some dirt in his eye, dude.
Good counter argument. Good counter argument.
So true.
Would you tell me why this was such a good movie?
Dude,
Power of friendship.
Dude, it was a joke. I've seen a lot of people say that before this movie was coming out. I was like, how the heck did they defeat Sentry? Oh, the power of friendship. No, they actually did.
They literally did, and
they literally did. But they did it in such a way of oh, that's not bad. That's not a bad way or cliche way to kind of do it. I thought that was a very good way to do it. And I love how they all had that little banter together of oh, we all have guns and kick and punch.
So do we all just punch in the shoot?
Yeah.
How the hell does John Walker jump that high?
Dude, he got high. He got real high.
It's just like how Bucky can run super fast. We saw in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's just it's part of the serum. Yeah. Steve could do it. We just never saw it. I mean,
so funny. He goes, what serum did you get? I don't know. Hydra. Oh, fancy.
Oh, fancy.
Like Soviet. And yeah, no, I just because I don't know. I just look at it as the same thing as when Steve jumped off of what you call it, the Quinjet in Civil War, or not Civil War, in Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, yeah.
I mean, that's a big ass jump, and he's I don't know. He's a super soldier. Perfect. Yeah, literally. I mean,
yep.
Enough said. Sony's the real villain. True that. Amy Pascal, where you at?
Dude. I can't stand Sony.
They need to give the rights back.
Give the rights back.
Have them keep the game rights. Let them keep doing Insomniac Spider-Man. But animation too.
Do we know Thunderbolts and Daredevil? When do they take place between each within each other?
That's a good question.
Because what is Fisk doing when the Void is taking over New York?
Oh, that's also a good question. Good point.
He's looking around. He's like, what the hell is this?
Dude, do you think
it's the vigilantes?
Do you think Matt is just reliving being blinded? That's his dramatic of it. But he can't can't see it.
Okay, so Daredevil Born Again takes place in March 2027, after the 1 year time jump, and Thunderbolts takes place towards the end of the year of 2027.
Okay,
so Fitz would still be mayor
after Daredevil.
Oh, it takes place after. Okay,
got it.
Yeah, so probably leading into season 2 is where we'll get a mention of it, probably towards the end.
It's gotta suck to live in New York.
Bucky wasn't kidding when he was like, "This all seems like ancient history to you." It's fuck, yeah.
Honestly, I could just see Matt having almost a nightmare dream where he just relives Elektra's death again, the hand in Midland Square. Or Midland Circle, sorry.
True.
But yeah, I could see him being blind. I could see him watching his dad die again, and blaming himself for it.
True.
What do you think is going to be John's or Frank? What do you think Frank Castle's Void is going to be? I mean, it's got to be his kids getting killed again.
It's his family. He has to relive that moment every single time. It's and he's constantly tied to the chair.
No.
Yeah.
That's what I would assume his traumatic, because that's why he does what he does. So he carries that burden with them.
I feel like it's got to be the same thing with Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. Luke being when he was in prison and getting experimented on. Same thing with Jessica when she was getting experimented on. Mm-hmm. Danny probably losing his parents.
Yep.
Yeah. We need. I know we need to get some more interconnectivity. Heavily.
Yeah, I feel like that's what this phase, or not phase, or this saga is really lacking, is the interconnectivity. It's doing good with the connectivity with the multiverse, but I think it's not doing a good job within the main line, the sacred timeline. It's not doing a good job of letting us know this is, hey, it's still all in the same world,
I just, Honestly, it might just be a Disney Plus thing, but it feels like they just don't really try to connect them together anymore.
That could be true as well.
Like, it just doesn't feel like, okay, go and watch the last episode of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, or the last episode of X-Men 97, and then watch Daredevil Born Again. Those shows do not feel like they're in, like, those universes do not feel as connected as they should. Like X-Men 97, that entire universe feels extremely connected, especially all the characters and the cameos showing up at the end. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, that universe feels populated as shit. This one doesn't, and it should. There's so many characters in New York, but there's no one in any of these shows. I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. It's like all these characters are here, but we don't see any of them.
Right.
When are we going to start seeing them?
Yeah. Yeah.
You could argue that the Infinity Saga had that problem as well. You know,
it felt. I mean, look at Ant-Man though. Ant-Man can now say that he kicked Captain America's ass.
Right. Like, but there's some moments in the Infinity Saga where it's just like, okay, one, where the fuck is, like, why didn't Captain Marvel show up during the events of the Battle of New York? You know,
I mean, I feel like
why didn't Nick Fury
answer that though?
Why didn't Nick Fury call her?
Because he wanted his Avengers to take care of it. He wanted to see if his Avengers could do it.
Sure, but like, wouldn't you think he would want someone as powerful as her to be a part of that team? Like, that to me just doesn't. Like, I get, like, Captain Marvel was made way later when it shouldn't have been, but I feel like he would handpick her. I mean, he handpicked Thor to be a part of the team.
I mean, you're right. At the same time, though, I feel like because of everything with the Skrulls, like, I generally feel like he knew that was a more important. I mean, at least in Fury's complicated mind, I feel like he would have known that she's on a more important mission. But at that point, when he was dying, he's like, "Oh, this is my last hope. It's the last thing I can do before I die."
Right.
So, I mean, so to me, that's why I feel like it works. But you're totally right, though. Like, she should have been there. She's supposed to be in Age of Ultron, and they just
they did.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you all think? Let us know in the chat below.
Was this I think the question is, was this an Avengers movie?
Yes, I think it is.
I think no. I think hell no.
Hey, honestly, I love James Gunn's Suicide Squad, but this was a better Suicide Squad movie than the Suicide Squad movies.
I love that movie.
I love James Gunn's Suicide Squad, but this felt like a better Suicide Squad movie that wasn't that. Like, like I said, I love James Gunn's Suicide Squad, but that felt way more like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie than a Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, true, 100%. Yeah.
So that's where I'm kind of just like, he just rehashed Guardians, which it's great, I love it, but it's not. It could have been better. There's a reason why the movie was bombing until Word of Mouth came out, and even then, it's still kind of bombed too.
Yeah, I think this is I think it's an Avengers movie.
Okay, yeah. So James Gunn's Suicide Squad made 168 million, and the budget was 185 million. So that lost over 100+ million.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. That didn't do well, but the following 2 years later, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, that was not doing well either. But word of mouth made it get $900 million.
Was Suicide Squad, was it released right to Max?
It was. I mean, did it get the?
I don't remember. I remember watching it. I remember
watching it on Max when it came out.
But I don't know if I waited to watch it or if I
swear I remember watching it. James Gunn's The Suicide Squad was a Max, formerly HBO Max release.
Wow. I wonder if that affects it then.
It has to, but at the same time, like, I feel like
it would subscription. You get 10 people to watch it. You know, like.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like that movie should have done better than what it did. especially with the cast it has.
Yeah.
I honestly forgot that Harry Styles was in the MCU. Yeah, we're never seeing him again.
Probably not for long. Honestly, dude, do any of y'all know anything about the character Star Fox who Harry Styles plays?
Yeah,
Thanos' half brother or something like
that. Do you know what his superpowers are?
I feel like, wasn't he like? I don't know if I'm making this up, but he was something with like. He was like a lover, pretty much, right, or something like that. Or am I crazy?
Well, you know, kind
of. Sort of. She-Hulk defends him in court for a whole bunch of fucked up shit he did.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
here's the thing about Star Fox. He's the worst fucking character. Why would you introduce him to the MCU? He's the worst character ever, dude.
And also Harry Styles freaking portraying him. Then
he never see him again.
He makes Chris Evans, Johnny Storm look like a fucking saint. I'll just put it that way. Like he makes Johnny Storm look like the poster boy for like, yeah, I don't know, like, yeah. I mean, in fairness, the Suicide Squad was popular at Max. Yeah, like it. I mean, Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut, is the entire reason why I got Max to begin with, was to see that when it came out.
Yeah, it was just all right.
What are you gonna do?
It was just all right.
I'll say my wife and I are on part 5 of it right now. I've been every single night we've been watching like a part of it.
Oh gosh.
Because I wanted to show her the entirety of the old DCU before we start Superman.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the final part we're on. After this, I was like, all right, we're watching Man of Steel, BVS, and this, and that's it. Everything else doesn't matter.
I don't even remember Man of Steel, to be honest with you. I feel like I have to rewatch.
When I made my Superman essay video, I talked about how I've never watched Man of Steel all the way through in one sitting. Like I've watched the entire movie just at like one day. I watched this part, and the other day I watched the rest. But I watched it the entire way through, and my opinion hasn't changed. If anything, it's gotten worse. Like, what the fuck was that movie?
Really?
I do not like Man of Steel.
Interesting.
Did
you like Henry Cavill as Superman?
Yeah, he's great as Superman for what he has, but at the same time, like, he feels too like wooden in a way. Like he's very like one dimensional to me. At least in Man of Steel. In BVS, he's way better.
Just he barely talks in BVS.
I'd never seen that Batman vs Superman. Never saw it.
You never seen Batman vs Superman?
No.
God damn.
Yeah.
Dude.
What in the hell is wrong with? I'm kidding.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Like,
should I see it, or is it? Should I see it because it's bad? Should I see it because I should just see it, or?
It's not. I don't think it's a bad movie.
It's the best DCU movie, the old DCU movie.
If you watch the extended cut, again, dude, it's all about extended director's cut with these things, dude.
Oh, yeah,
if you watch the extended cut, you get more of the story.
It's also rated R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get way more of the story. There are some things that I'm just like, still doesn't work for me. It's fine. It's fine.
I'll say the Ultimate Edition is way better than the regular.
It is.
Like I will never watch
the versions are just fine. It's fine.
Yeah, they could be a lot better from what they are, and Superman does not need to be gritty at all. Save it for Batman, save it for Daredevil, save it for Nightwing, Red Hood, etc.
Yeah.
Peacemaker has the weird honor of being the only DCEU show to not only that is better than 99% of the DCEU. Yeah, Peacemaker season 1. I rewatched it after our talk with John, and I was just like, "This is special. This is so special."
Yeah, I loved Peacemaker.
I didn't even get to mention it when we talked to him, but my wife and I watch Peacemaker like when it's coming out each week. Whenever I call her phone, her ringtone is still like, "Do you want to taste it?" The theme song to Peacemaker.
That's
any single time I call her, it's like, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I cannot fuck it. I don't watch Peacemaker again, dude. Like, I just watched it. I just caught up on Last of Us. Just got caught up on it. I don't know. Have you guys watched Last of Us season 2 at all yet?
I watched up until that scene.
Pass.
and then I didn't watch after that.
Damn.
So I think I am gonna continue watching it, but I'm so into The Sopranos right now.
Finish Sopranos first.
I don't want to watch anything else right now.
Finish that first. I'm surprised you haven't finished it yet, honestly.
I'm on season 3. I started last week. This is the fastest.
Oh shit! You started last week? I didn't realize it was that soon.
Jesus, you're on season 3 already?
Fastest I've ever watched the show. That I'm like, I literally watch like 4 or 5 episodes a night now.
Teresa and I watched all of Stranger Things in 3 weeks before season 4 came out, and then
Stranger Things. I think I watched. How many seasons are there? 4 or 5 right now?
4.2, since it has volume 1 and 2.
Yeah, I watched. Yeah, okay. So I watched 2 seasons, and then I watched the 3rd one when it came out, and then I watched the 4th.
That was a fun time binging that. Like that was all we did for. Like she took a week off of work, and that's all we did was just watch all of Stranger Things. With it all being said, though, do you guys have anything else you would like to talk about before we get out of here tonight?
Go see Thunderbolts, aka the new Avengers. Go see it again. I might go see it again.
Before we go, what do you guys think of them doing the whole thing now? They're like ripping the things off the poster saying New Avengers, like literally Monday. The movie came out Thursday, now it's Monday, and
I think it's genius marketing.
Yeah, I think it is too.
I think it's genius marketing
because then people are seeing that like, wait, why are they doing that?
Yeah, the casuals and the normies are gonna be like, wait, what? The New Avengers? What is this? I gotta go see it.
Because people are complaining like, oh, I guess screw the people who couldn't see it over the weekend. But at the same time, it's like,
couldn't see it over the weekend, dude.
Yeah.
Carter just lucked out. Like,
I got so lucky, dude.
Yeah,
I got so lucky.
For this being the first Marvel movie that hasn't gotten spoiled for me since I don't even know. Like it was nice not being spoiled. Not having that spoiled.
I tried not getting spoiled. I tried.
Dude, that's why I deleted Twitter. I'm like, I need this off my phone.
This is the first time I actively tried not to get spoiled for a Marvel movie. And then I went on Twitter and it was right there and I couldn't take my eye off of it and then I just saw it.
Dude, I signed out of my YouTube account on my computer so I wouldn't open YouTube and get spoiled by a thumbnail right away.
Yeah.
Like I was having to upload all my stuff through my phone because I did not want to get spoiled.
And then the Thursday, I was going to see it later that night, and then I would go on Twitter or YouTube, and it's literally just the end credit scene. You see the ship and everything, and I'm like, okay, I guess.
Dude, that's how it was with Reed and Multiverse Madness.
The credits ruined that for me when they showed the music. I was like, oh, Fantastic Four.
I was deep into the Knicks game at that time, so I wasn't watching that.
Oh yeah, dude.
You got your Red Guardian helmet, Nick?
Dude, saving that photo.
No, this one right here.
Saving that photo is incredible.
Dude, you look like the Rizzler.
Yeah.
Dude, you know how we have like the intro video of you know how it comes out Comic Talk? You just have that photo of Nick. Just like in.
I was going to I made a new like thing for like the month for Thunderbolts anyway. I'll share screens right now. Just because like I also gotta find someone that can add Carter into it because Hip Beach is no longer making stuff anymore. So I gotta figure out. Yeah, he retired. So I gotta figure out someone else. But yeah, so I did this for Thunderbolts like Sentry colors, but then I also did an orange one for just like the Thunderbolts. And I was gonna redo the intro, but I was like, "Fuck, what am I gonna do it with?" But now I gotta put Nick as a picture.
Yeah, dude, put Nick's picture.
I have my my tub ordered and stuff, so I should have a Red Guardian helmet soon. I have no clue when it's gonna get here though.
Just looking at it.
You see my video with the Daredevil dog.
It's gonna get right now.
I literally first thing I thought, I was like, wow, I gotta make a video about this.
Oh, did y'all go Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So the night it came out, then the next night.
So what was y'all? I'll tell y'all my theater experience. But what was? Oh yeah.
I'm feeling like. Bro, it looks exactly like it, yo.
Yeah, it does.
Just a comic theory.
What was y'all, before we get out of here, what was y'all theater experience like for Revenge of the Sith? I'll tell you mine. Mine is
it was dead.
glorious.
Like, not a fucking peep.
Well, there was people in it, just nobody was quoting it. I felt like an asshole. I was quoting the whole thing.
One person went like this, like when the crawl happened, one person went, and then no one clapped, and so they like stopped.
Yeah,
like just slowly.
First thing I thought of was right before the crawl comes out. He goes, "Turn off the flash, you fucking moron."
Really? That's so okay. So my theater experience. So when I first walked in, I was wearing this hat. I was wearing my Revenge of the Sith shirt, and I had my Anakin hilt attached to my hip, right? And I wasn't the only person there with lightsabers, so I was like, hell yeah, I'm not that big of a nerd. Mm-hmm. But I walk up to the ticket booth, and the guy was like, "What movie are you here to see?" And I'm like, "Isn't it obvious, dude? Sinners."
yeah.
We go in, we sit down. Dude, this is a 10 p.m. showing.
Oh, wow.
Fucking packed.
Wow.
Dude, so many people were in there, right? Dudes came up, coming upstairs. They had lightsabers as well. I was like, hell yeah, dude. Let's go. They were sitting behind us. Lights go out. The fucking movie starts playing, right? No one says a word, but I can hear the dudes behind me quoting the movie, right? Yeah. So the first 10, 20 minutes go in, right? You get the battle coruscant, you get the duel, you get the crashing ship. I swear to God, dude, the moment Padme showed up on screen, one dude closer to the front row went, "Yes!" That was his reaction. I'm like, bro, have you not seen the movie? Dude, Natalie Portman's in it. They didn't edit her out. Dude, he was hyped when Natalie Portman showed up on screen. I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, the dudes behind me, they were quoting the whole movie. I was like, that's awesome. And then the youngling scene happened. The theater erupted, dude.
Like, what do you mean?
Dude, everyone was cheering. So like when Anakin ignited his lightsaber, dude, you heard everyone just cheer.
I wish I was in that theater, dude.
Dude, it was hilarious. I was dying laughing.
Wow.
So funny. Yeah, my theater experience for Revenge of the Sith was awesome.
For Thunderbolts, I had the one guy that was constantly talking and like being really loud when he's talking. So I was trying to like really listen to everything and really pay attention.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. This was the first time where I watched like Revenge of the Sith and I didn't feel a certain way. I was like, it feels the same on Disney Plus, which it shouldn't have felt that way for me.
Oh, I have a different experience.
Yeah, it didn't feel like that for me because like once the crawl hit, I just had like, dude, my whole body felt numb.
Three scenes in particular for me. Three things in particular for the movie. I felt like I was like out of body. The beginning, right when the ship battle was Battle of Coruscant, it's called.
Yep.
And then when Anakin turns and chops off Mace Windu's hand, and then obviously the Battle of the Heroes.
Yes,
I'm
with you on all three of those points.
I felt like the best one was when his turn. I knew it was happening. I knew every line from it, and it was so loud and like I loved it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He did it again.
For the Phantom Menace, it didn't feel like I was rewatching on Disney Plus. Like I was like, oh damn, like this is really cool seeing it in theater. But Revenge of the Sith, I was like, maybe I've just watched it way too many fucking times. But I was just like, oh, I could just watch this at home. Which was like, I was like, I should not feel this way going and seeing a Star Wars movie.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like no matter how many times I watch Star Wars, because I've seen
it so many times.
Dude, I've seen it so many fucking times. I can't even count. It feels completely different just seeing it on screen. Like Return of the Jedi, God.
I didn't get to see that one in theaters.
I didn't get to see Phantom Menace in theaters, but I saw Return of the Jedi.
I thought I was going to pass out. I was so
Return of the Jedi when Anakin comes back. First off, when he throws Palpatine, but then when he comes back as a Force ghost, friggin' chills every time.
I think honestly, it was probably just because my theater was like fucking dead and no one was doing anything.
That theater people clapped when that happened, which I was hyped.
That's cool.
Yeah.
When Anakin said, "Try spinning," that's a neat trick, or like where the line was. Everyone erupted when that happened, and like was like laughing at it, and like when he won like the pod race. Yeah. But that was like really it, even in the Phantom Menace one. But everyone clapped and like was like hooting and hollering when the crawls came on. But not in Revenge of the Sith. So I was kind of just like, what the fuck's going on? Like what happened?
That's weird.
I don't know.
Did you guys see Minecraft?
No.
Nah, I'm scared to.
They have a meme along version now. Like
yeah, I know. Now it's dead.
Oh yeah.
It's like the older generation coming in and being like, "Oh, this is funny. Hey, kids," and the kids are like, "Nah, dude, not anymore. It's not.
It's over now. Shit's not funny now.
My wife like works part-time as theater as a manager, and she like every single night the shows are still trashed. Even if they're filled or
Really?
there's 5 people, they're still trashed.
Wow.
Like it's just I don't know. She can't wait for it to leave.
That's so messed up. I'm not gonna lie, but when I see it, I laugh. I'm not gonna lie, but it's so messed up. Like
Dude, the video where the guys brought in a live chicken, that one gets me every time. It is so funny.
Somebody last week brought in a fucking rotisserie chicken and held it up and yelled "chicken jockey" in the main like entrance to the theater. Like they just held up a rotisserie chicken and yelled it.
That's so stupid.
Amazing. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll watch it when it comes to streaming.
Is Brave New World still in theaters by you guys?
No.
No.
See, it's still in theaters here. It's still doing numbers at our theater. Like Thunderbolts didn't replace it, and they're both in theater right now.
That's so weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, it's still it's still being shown.
I'm pretty sure Brave New World's on Disney Plus now.
It's on Fandango and on YouTube, but you're gonna get scammed if you buy it on YouTube. So
yeah.
I still haven't gotten my $40 back either.
Damn, dude.
What the hell?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Shoot.
Well, you guys have any final things that you would like to add on before we get on out of here?
Nah.
Go see Thunderbolts.
Go see it. Go see Thunderbolts.
Hell yeah.
With all being said, we'll see you in the next one. We'll be back next week.
Thanks, guys.